Hello and welcome back to Rosewater.
Ye McFucking-haw?
Yeah, we're actually in Rosewater again.
So. Yeah, we are.
Yeehaw indeed. So we got our clue. We need to go to El Presidio.
I think so.
Or El Presidio.
Oh, Presidio. It was
Presidio.
It was definitely Presidio.
We need to go there to like a club, I think. Mm-hmm. However, we have been requested to get Lola to take us there because she has a wagon, and she's the person that we robbed on behalf of Jem.
Way back in either episode 1 or 2, depending on where the cutoff was.
She's pretty pissed off at us.
Understandably.
And it's like, hey, you really want to say you're sorry, get my watch back.
Which is valid.
Yeah. We also might need to procure money to go to, to rent the wagon.
Do you think our employer would be willing to give us an advance? Probably not, right?
Maybe we could talk her into it. Maybe
it's sort of a thing where it's like, traveling fees, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Should we go talk to her first, or should we go find and possibly punch Jem?
We're at the post. We might as well.
Good to see you again.
Hi, Henry, was it?
Yeah, Henry, I think.
Excuse me?
How can I be of assistance?
How you doing?
Did you ever happen to meet Dr. Bennett Clark?
I have Joni's account of his demonstrations at the theater, but I never saw them myself. Never met the man neither. He wasn't seen much in town.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about the luminarians,
yeah.
Would you?
I have no idea what that word even means.
Never mind then. I'll leave you to your work.
Appreciate it, man.
I understand completely.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine walking around town and just be like, have you ever heard of the Luminarians?
I mean, that's what we've been doing.
90% of people just go, what did you say?
What did you just say?
Good to see you again, Harley. Hope you're spinning me some more.
Well, I've spent the past couple days following Jake around, gathering plenty of straw.
Glad to hear it. I like writers who go above and beyond.
About that. To say, Harley, have you written that puff piece yet? Get the impression, no.
What do you need?
I'm in advance of my article.
Maybe say that last.
Yeah.
Say, did you ever get a chance to meet Dr. Bennett Clark?
I suppose we also don't know how much we need anyway.
I did attend one of his demonstrations at the Opera House back before the ban. The man knew how to put on a show, I'll say that much. Pity it all came crashing down in the end.
Might be best to find out how much we're going to need before we ask for an advance.
That's a good idea.
Have you encountered the Luminarians?
What in the ether is a Luminarian?
Oh, they're in the ether, all right. They're a community of folks living near Dr. Clark's old lab who have designated themselves protectors of his artifacts. They believe Dr. Clark transcended into the ether and joined some luminous beings that live there.
That's some wild stuff. But I publish newspapers, not copper novels.
I'd best be on my way.
Right you are.
Still enjoying the breeze, I see.
Yes. See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there.
How will we know exactly what we need?
Well, step 1, we need to get the watch back. Then we need to ask Lola how much for to
for a ride, essentially. Yeah. Maps for sale.
Buy a map of Rosewater. Just 1 crown.
Well, there he is.
Feeling lost? Buy a map of Rosewater. Just 1 crown.
Before we go and possibly punch Jem in the face, I do want to check in the saloon, see if, anything's changed in here. Yeah, it looks pretty normal.
Well, looks It's pretty normal. It's pretty normal.
Okay.
He'll playing cards.
Yeah.
He'll playing piano.
Okay, just I didn't think we'd find anything in the saloon, but just wanted to double check. Hey, Jem.
You just keep turning up like a bad copper, don't you?
Nice to see you, too.
I'm nearly afraid to ask, what in the Sam Hill are you doing now?
I'm selling maps of the town.
To whom, exactly? Near as I can tell, I'm the only new arrival. The locals in the market for maps of a town you can circumnavigate in 10 minutes.
You're a real stick in the mud, you know that?
You have something that doesn't belong to you.
Could you be more specific?
Lola Johnson's watch. I want it back.
No can do. You swipe that watch for me fair and square.
Okay, so persuade, bribe, threaten, I'll be back. I mean, bribing him didn't work last time. He's just gonna take my money.
Exactly.
Should we try persuading?
Sure.
I think you'll find it in your best interest to give me that watch back.
Really
Oh,
sounds
yeah?
like a threat.
Why's that?
Sheriff won't take kindly to a thief that's... Okay, that's a bad choice. I'm gonna say because we're the one that stole it.
Yeah. Yeah. He could catch us in a, I'll just tell him you stole it for me.
Yeah. Being a criminal isn't fun like you think it is. Maybe? You're a bad role model. He definitely does not care about being a good role model.
Damn, I feel like the sheriff is the best choice, but he could easily spin that back around on us,
Yeah, like, again, we're literally the ones that
Yeah,
took
who stole it. Like, he could just be like, oh, well, I could just tell him you took it and then gave it to me.
Yeah.
Or worse, sold it to me.
Yeah. Being a criminal isn't fun.
Because you're better than this, Jem.
What's that supposed to mean?
Look, I get it. You think this whole Artful Dodger act is fun, but if you keep it up, it's only a matter of time until your little game turns into the real thing. Take it from me. This isn't a road you want to go down.
How do you know?
Kid, don't fool yourself. You think you own this town. That's because the most exciting thing happens around here is when some yahoo gets tossed out a window. I grew up in Lamplight City. The Chum, to be exact. Ever heard of it?
Oh,
That little stunt you and your brother pulled before? Know how that would have played out there?
how?
He'd have had his throat slit as soon as he was caught, and you'd have 2 bullets in your back for running away. Now, is that really the kind of life you want?
Jeez.
You win.
Hardly.
Here's the damn
Yikes,
watch.
yikes, yikes.
Appreciate
That worked
it.
out.
Go home and read some books. You'll thank me for it later.
Harley on the Scared Straight program. Straight to Narrow achievement. Convince Jem to give up his criminal ways. Hey.
I wasn't expecting that to work. Nice.
I wasn't expecting it to either. I was expecting us to have to punch him. Okay, Lola, we got your watch back, and we're really sorry.
You got my watch?
Yes, here it is. No hard feelings?
Well, now, why'd you come back here anyway?
Name's Harley Leger. My companions and I are headed to El Presidio, and we heard you've got a wagon for hire.
I do. How many are you?
5, including myself.
Listen close, because I'm only gonna say this once. You pull anything funny again, and you get left on the side of the road. Understood?
Fair.
Yes, ma'am.
My fee is 40 crowns up front.
I'll come back.
Yeah.
I'll come back later.
Okay.
Okay, so we need 40 crowns.
Yeah, how much do we have? 23. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And we
Okay,
have-
so we need basically 20 crowns.
Yeah. We've been expressly told we're not getting any help with that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
all our friends have no money.
Nobody's got money.
So, hey, Joni.
Johnny, don't be
Good to see you
mad. But could you give us an advance? Yeah.
Hello again, Harley. What do you need?
This is awkward.
Joni, I'd like to ask, could I get an advance on my article?
What for?
The long and the short of it is that Jake has invited me on an expedition. I'll need some extra crowns to cover the expenses.
What kind of an expedition?
We're going to look for Dr. Bennett Clark's missing fortune. Surely a far more interesting story, wouldn't you say?
You're right about that. Tales from the wild frontier are in vogue these days. And folk will be gumming to find out what happened to Clark. But I like people who finish what they start. Get me your assignment, then we can discuss your next one.
Understood. I'd best be on my way.
Right, you are.
That is entirely valid, Joni. Entirely valid.
See you
I
later,
should go
Joni.
type that.
Take care of yourself out
Where's
there.
the typewriter?
It's next to Henry.
Perfect.
Write article.
All right, let's get this thing knocked out. But first...
Why? Why?
Okay,
Oh.
time to bring home the bacon. The big question, how to open?
I suppose it would make sense that you probably would want to write some notes before you start typing. Okay, so open with a positive account of the Wild West show, open with a biting account of the Wild West show, open with an account of the bar brawl. I would assume either positive or bar brawl.
I would assume it's supposed to be a puff piece, which of course you
Yeah.
can go against if you wanted to, but you know. We want Joni to like us.
Maybe open positive account.
Alright, cool.
From
I
the
like this
moment he
animation.
rode on stage
Yeah.
astride a huge, steam-spewing mechanical horse, it could not be denied that Jake Ackerman was more than your typical copperpenny showman. Following that outstanding
He was a nickel.
overall,
He was a
Gentleman
nickel
Jake's
penny
Wild
show.
West Spectacular proceeded in a similarly gobsmacking vein. Now, the middle
guess it would
section
be
needs
nickel,
to recapture
nickel.
the reader's interest. Let's see.
Right about the interview about... the interview. What about the interview? We got barely anything out of the man.
I didn't really get much.
Jake's adventures investigating Clark's lab. Jake's ingenious escape plan. What about Jake's attitude? Do you think she'll go in and expressly note that the escape plan failed spectacularly?
Oh gosh. Oh, I don't know. Oh. Doesn't specify. What do you want to do?
I'm thinking we try the escape plan.
Oh, cool. It says ingenious, right? Maybe
They say the
ingenious
true
is
mark of a
sarcastic,
person's
but...
character is how they behave under pressure. Mr. Ackerman showed nothing but resourcefulness when he found himself taken captive on one recent occasion, the details of which he was not at liberty to disclose. But he was able to recount his escape by means of a clever ruse involving the use of common household items. A true-life tale rivaling the plots of the most lurid copper novels.
There you go.
Okay, just
She
don't
works
give
that
any
out.
Now
information.
for an ending.
Yes.
Ooh. Praise Jake, praise Danny, praise Rosewater.
I like to say, I mean, the praise clearly goes to Danny, but, like, it'd be interesting to praise Rosewater since it's supposed to bring people into the town.
Yeah. I am kind of leaning on praise Rosewater.
Go for it.
Mr. Ackerman is a great man, and by his visit to our industrious frontier town, proves that Rosewater is the sort of cosmopolitan crossroads where one might yet meet and mingle with some of the true luminaries of our age. All right, that should do it. Now, what should I title it?
The continuing adventures of gentleman Jake, a frontier hero, comes to town. Jake Ackerman, a true gentleman. I mean, frontier hero comes to town.
Yeah.
A frontier hero comes to town. And done.
Nice.
Nice. Do we just have that?
Yes.
hope this is good enough.
Okay.
Hello again, Harley.
Joni, I hope you like this.
Here you are, Joni. One profile of Gentleman Jake, ready to print.
Let's have a look. You know, writing the headline is normally the editor's job. Now let's see. Goodness, this account of the show is very descriptive. You've made me feel like I was there in the front row. This is good. You've kept it brisk all the way through. Oof, laying your tone a bit thick at the end there, aren't you? Still, I asked you to make the time look good, and you delivered. I appreciate your editorial direction.
That's a fair criticism of the ending.
Not bad.
Laying it on a little
Not at all.
thick.
A few snips here and there, and this will be fit to print. Here's your fee, as agreed.
Okay.
Now I know
awesome.
what I'm
We got
working with. I'll have a
68
think about your next
crowns
assignment.
now in total.
About that.
Hmm.
How about that piece on the search for Clark's missing fortune? That'll be better than any old profile.
Sure enough. All right then. Clark's missing fortune it is.
I've got something else.
Oh? Do tell.
While I was going around with Jake, we spent some time with the Otham. I learned that they've come under constant attack from the soldiers at Fort Beaumont.
What? Why?
That's the thing. There's no reason. They pose no threat, yet the soldiers harass them anyway. In one recent raid, all their crops were torched.
That's atrocious. People need to know about this.
I'm glad you
Absolutely
think so.
agree.
Yeah.
Their leader wants their story told. She's willing to be interviewed. She gave me this statement, too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Yeah.
this part.
Powerful stuff. I'll pay a visit as soon as I can and see for myself. Plenty of townsfolk could
Love
stand to
that.
learn
That's
about our
great.
neighbours in the valley. This could open their eyes.
I hope so. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to see about hiring a wagon.
Godspeed, Harley.
Okay, we should have enough money then, I assume.
yeah, we have plenty of money now.
Cool.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there.
Got a total of 68 crowns now.
Oh, we have plenty of money. We can hire that wagon.
Oh, Lola, I come bearing money.
Lola, friend, we have money.
Yeah?
We'd like to hire a wagon.
Here's your fee.
Good. Get your posse together and meet me outside town at sundown. We'll head out then.
Cool.
Awesome.
We heading out at sundown because it'd be cooler out?
Obviously.
Oh, you've got a fancy wagon.
Yeah.
Damn, Lola.
There you are.
The right old
This your
fucking
group
RV
then?
here.
All right, folks, listen here. I'm Lola Johnson. This is my wagon. When you're in my wagon, you follow my rules. Rule 1. I'm your driver, not your friend. While we're moving, leave me be. That means no yammering in my ear about how pretty you think the mountains are. Rule 2. We stop and go as I say. I ain't interested in blowing up my engine just 'cause y'all are in a hurry. Last rule. Everybody does their part. Be it cooking, hunting, or gathering firewood. This ain't no pleasure cruise, and I won't be serving y'all. The road can be rough, but I'm an experienced navigator and tracker, so stick with me and you'll be fine. If you've got any questions, now's the time to ask.
Well, she's cool.
Yeah. How long will the trip be?
Just how long do you expect this journey to take?
I reckon it shouldn't be more than 8 or 9 days, weather permitting. Anything else?
Obviously, the game's gonna turn into the Oregon Trail as soon as we leave this cutscene.
What do you mean by tracker?
You said you're a tracker? What's that mean exactly?
It means I'm good at finding things. One of you gets lost, or we're hunting our supper and need to trail an animal, I can do that.
So, like a bloodhound?
No, like a tracker. Compare me to a dog again, and you're finding yourself another ride. Understand?
Huh. Apologies. I didn't mean to offend.
Folk rarely do. Anything else?
Desire to bap Jake's hat off of his head has grown.
How do the two of you not know what a tracker is? Why did she have to explain what a tracker was? Gentleman Jake Ackerman, hero of the West.
I mean, I'd assume that, you know, if we're about to be, like, say, shot, the don't talk to her rule is
Probably. If it's an emergency, I'm sure that gets suspended.
Yeah.
I mean, you can ask that, though.
Regarding your first rule, what if we have an emergency?
Then tell me. Just don't bother me with small talk.
Yeah.
I need to concentrate on
yeah.
driving.
If
Anything
some
else?
soldiers are chasing us for some reason, yeah, let her know.
Or the wagon catches
Or
fire.
the wagon catches fire, or bandits, or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, we lost a wheel. Yeah,
I
that's
think she'll notice that one.
We understand. You'll have no trouble from us.
All right then. Let's get a move on. Time's wasted.
So, is it steam powered?
It's definitely something powered. Probably
We are
steam.
off, with the first faint tendrils of dawn at our backs. We head west for El Presidio on the trail of the elusive Dr. Clark.
I mean, I know they also use coal, but I wouldn't think it's coal. I could be wrong.
We have but a few days' travel before us.
We now get
through
the
desert
journey
and mountains
begins.
to reach the coast. I am rather looking forward to getting a better view of this part of the country.
Kind of makes me feel like we've
Should
officially
the scenery
left the
lack for
tutorial.
diversion, I suppose I'll
We
have
very well
recourse
might
to the
have.
fellowship of my
Maybe.
new traveling companions. Now that we've assembled in this unlikely venture, perhaps it's time we got to better know one another.
That's a good idea. Let's play Uno. That's a great way to...
Feels
To everyone-
good to be
everyone else's
underway at
throats.
last.
Oh, it's definitely coal.
Though
Look
I
at
must
that.
admit,
Yes.
I tend to become restless on long trips. Well, we got cards, books, and conversation. Plenty of ways to pass the time.
Nadine is just completely vibing.
Yes.
Okay. Shall we look at some stuff, or should
Yeah,
we talk to some people?
Let's look around first.
We're
and
set
then
for
talk.
fuel for a good while. Lola must be a reader. Always nice to have some books around.
Got some books we can
None
look
are in the
at.
red, so I guess that's good. Jake's luggage. I could put everything I own in that suitcase, and it would hardly cover the bottom.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Look at that.
so Western Vespuccia, Rotterdam, Piedmont, New Spain, Pacific.
Gulf of New Spain.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so here's Rosewater, and we are going to Presidio. Where are you? Oh, Presidio! Oh, fricking hell! That's a journey. Yeah.
So if like I'm trying to like map out in my brain where this is, I would assume this is the border of, for us, California and Mexico.
So this is the Mojave.
Oh, then we're like closer to, yeah. So that's the Mojave, which means Nevada.
Occidental Range. Langing River. Try to find other, spots I would recognize. Sierra del Diablo down here. So this would be the Sierra Mountain Range. So here's California.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're there. It's like California, and then I'm pretty sure Nevada. Yeah, and of course this is Mexico down here.
Yeah. We're like right up in the corner.
Okay, so California, Nevada's actually up here in Rotterdam, I think,
Yeah.
and actually this is Arizona,
Okay, so we'd be in Arizona.
I think, unless this is like
Approximately.
the end of California, which it might be, and like Arizona's more in Piedmont. We live in the Midwest. We don't live on the Pacific North. Well, not Pacific Southwest, I guess it would be.
Yeah, I think.
Because here's at the Gulf of New Spain, right there, which is
Yeah.
right there. So it's Mexico. and up there is California. Then, oh, here, so Rosewater would be in Arizona then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Arizona be in here and into Piedmont, which would eventually become, what is that? Next to it.
New Mexico.
Oh, okay, cool.
Next to Arizona.
Yeah. And then Nevada's up north. A map of the Commonwealth of Vespuccia, with a focus on the Western Providences, 3rd edition, 1849.
Interesting.
I don't know, I find these kind of things real fun and interesting, especially if it's this is an alt history situation. This is like our world, but it's deviated at some point, and it has different elements of something to it. Because obviously, aethericity isn't a thing, at least not that we can measure, like over here. But that's clearly a very important thing in this world, which is a deviation from ours.
Yeah. I'm trying to find like a good map that has like the mountain range on it, and unfortunately, the ones I'm finding are not particularly well labeled. So
that's all right.
Oh, Rosewater is either like was it southern Arizona?
Yeah, I think it's either southern Arizona or it's northern Mexico. It's one or the other.
One of the two.
It's more likely, I think, in northern Mexico, to be honest.
Good likelihood, yeah.
Because just to where the Gulf is, right there.
Yeah.
But, you know.
So, play a deck. Play a hand of cards.
Yeah.
Go bother Lola. One thing she said not to do.
I would definitely not bother Lola. Otherwise, I think Lola will drop us off somewhere.
Yeah, don't give her a reason.
Makes it pretty hot in here, too.
She made it abundantly clear she will leave us on the side of the road.
Yeah. Wait, who do you want to talk to?
Let's start with Phil. He's right there being incredibly impatient, poor fella. He said he gets antsy.
You're very polite, Phil, but please, call me Harley.
What is wrong with Señorita?
It's not my name.
But it is a sign of respect. I would never dream of addressing a new Spanish lady by her given name.
Well, things are different here.
As I am learning. If you wish it, it will be so.
Appreciate it.
This your first trip?
Will this be your first time visiting El Presidio?
It will. I have heard many tales of this so-called Mouth of the West. I am curious to find out which ones are true.
We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
It looks like I might actually be able to talk to everyone, so that's nice.
Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley. Something I'd like to ask you. You seem quite well traveled. What's it like in a big city?
Depends on the city.
Well,
yeah,
everywhere's different. I've never been to El Presidio before.
It's big, but from what I hear, not as crowded as cities back east.
Doubt it's anything you can't handle. Stick with us and you'll be fine.
That is something of a comfort.
So how'd you become a healer? Did you go to school?
No. I mean, I attended the missionary school for a few years as a child, but not to learn medicine. I was taught by Dr. Sedgwick. I worked as his apprentice for nearly a decade. He was a wonderful guardian and mentor. I am grateful for all his care.
You said Doc Sedgwick was your guardian? What about your parents?
I never knew my mother. She died soon after I was born. My father worked for Dr. Sedgwick, which is how I came to his household. He took me in when my father died from an infected wound.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
How old were you?
I don't remember exactly, but I couldn't have been more than 5.
Oh.
My mother
Can I
died when
connect
I was
with her?
young too. And our father took off long before that, so it was just me and my brother on our own.
Oh,
Well, he had
I'm
a brother.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's alright.
It's good you
wait,
had
is
someone
He
to look
died.
after you.
Damn.
He was younger, so it was me doing the looking after.
I'm sure you did an excellent job of it.
I can only hope so. When did you return to the Otham?
I went to them in April of last year, but it wasn't a return. They took me in. People were leaving town, and there was less need for me at the clinic. It was Dr. Sedgwick who encouraged me to find my own path. The Otham were kind to accept me as a guest, but truthfully, I'm glad for this opportunity to travel with you and the others.
You said the Otham took you in. They aren't your people?
No. I don't know who my people are. My
I'm
father
sorry.
never told Dr. Sedgwick, and I have no memories of him talking about it. I think my parents came from somewhere to the east, but I'm not even sure of that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried tracking down where you came from?
No, I've considered it, but it's complicated. Perhaps someday.
I can only imagine how
Something up
complicated
ahead,
that
by
would
the side
be.
of the road.
Oh?
Looks like an oil derrick.
Wagon's slowing down.
Guess it caught Lola's eye, too. Let's have a look.
Okay, looks like we might only be able to talk to
Any
a couple
particular
people.
reason we've
Yeah.
stopped, Miss Johnson?
I needed to stretch my legs. You might take advantage and do the same. We're off again in about 20 minutes.
Come on, Danny. Let's go have a look at that oil derrick.
Excuse me, ladies. I have some business to attend to.
Phil's got some business.
Both of you can do as you like. Just stay within sight.
Actually, I'm curious about this machine. Do you think I could ask you a few questions?
Oh, well, I suppose so.
Nadine pulls out like a fucking notebook. All right, first question.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Rules of the trade for an oil worker, I suppose.
Harley's
Yeah.
just like, she's becoming a better reporter than me. She's asking the locals questions. She's asking Lola questions. Nadine's so curious, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Should we talk to them? Should we follow, like, the boys?
Can we talk to them?
Yeah.
Well, like,
I
what
don't
we're
need to
here.
bother them right now.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, never
No,
mind. We will
let's-
not bother them.
Let's follow the
Let's
boys.
go follow the boys.
What about an oil derrick?
Yes, I found oil derrick.
Oh,
Somebody's out here sniffing for a fortune.
so that's
Or
what a
just
derrick
digging a
is.
very deep hole.
least
Funny
an
how
old
the
one.
best things are often found in the lowest of places. Come have a look, Harley. Hello down there.
Hello?
Up here.
Hi?
Afternoon to you. What brings you folks to Cormac's oil rig? Just passing through, friend. I was just saying you've a fine setup here.
Thank you, sir. It pleases Cormac to hear that. Sit tight. Just needs to make a slight adjustment. Then Cormac can come down for a chinwag.
How do you get up there? There's no ladder. You just that good?
Cormac's that good.
Cormac just that good.
Whoops! Ah!
Oh no! Oh no! Ooh!
Damn.
Cormac's gonna get himself killed.
Clumsy Cormac.
Jeez, are you alright?
All right as rain. Not upright though, no. Good thing you folks is here. Hate to
Yeah.
be a bother, but Cormac is in a pickle. Could you, lend a hand? Cormac would be ever so grateful.
I cannot even imagine what might happen to you if we didn't stumble along, man.
Yeah. Okay, we got like a rope or something we can
There's
toss
lots
him?
here, but nothing I can see that will help.
The tense music as he dangles
A long way
like
down.
that.
Looks extremely heavy. I hope it's secured.
Okay.
Okay,
Hang on, sir. We'll get you down.
Cormac appreciated, miss. Not wishing to hurry you, but sooner'd be preferable to later. The blood's starting to pool in Cormac's poor head.
What do we have in our inventory?
Not
Oh,
much.
not much, I see. Like,
Uh,
Danny could shoot him down, but he might
he'll
land on his
die.
head.
That's a hole.
Any suggestions what to do?
That rope doesn't look too thick. Should be able to cut through it. The trick will be keeping our friend from falling headfirst into that pit.
Got anything on you that could cut rope?
Afraid not. One of the others might.
Okay, so
Danny?
Yeah, we could ask Lola.
Do you have anything
Yeah.
sharp that might serve to cut the rope?
No, but I could always shoot it.
You think that will work?
Definitely.
It definitely would work, but we need to keep him from falling.
Yeah, hang on.
Hold on.
Hey girls, not to bother you.
Sorry
A
to
man's about
interrupt,
to die.
What is it?
There's a man at the oil derrick in dire need of help.
What happened?
He's caught on a rope hanging upside down. We're trying to get him down somehow.
And what do you want me to do about it?
Got a ladder?
Is there a ladder in the wagon?
Not anymore. Sorry.
Shit.
Do you have something sharp enough to cut rope?
Sure. My hunting knife.
Could I borrow it for a spell?
Only if you swear to be careful with it.
On my brother's grave.
Take it then.
Okay, so we got a knife, but we can, and Danny can shoot it, but we still.
That man at the derrick still needs help.
And what do you want me to do about it?
I'm not sure what you can do,
Can
actually.
we go back
About as
into the
much.
wagon?
Sorry to interrupt, but
What is it?
Okay, Nadine has no thoughts.
Oh, we can't go back into the wagon.
Is there anything we can use here? I
this
see
rope
some
could
rope.
be useful.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Okay.
So we either need to use... We need to use the rope. Yeah.
Okay. Give him the rope, right?
Right, yes.
I've got this rope. Try grabbing onto it.
Oh, shh.
Damn.
Okay.
Wait.
Wait, you got something?
Danny, you've been practicing lariat tricks.
Danny?
That's perfect.
No.
Give the rope to Danny.
Yeah.
I've got this rope. Could you lasso the gentleman?
Now?
Yes.
Yes, now.
Yes. Now, why did you sound so angry? Calm down.
Well, now we're shaking. How's about getting Cormac down?
Okay, now you can use the hunting knife.
Yeah.
But how are you gonna get... Oh, maybe cutting that rope will cut that rope?
Throw the knife at them.
No, don't throw the knife at them.
The only thing I can select is him, so... I assume you'll figure this out, Harley, right?
Harley, you got this,
I've got
right?
this knife.
What are you meaning to do with it?
Throw the knife! No!
Ah.
He did not catch that
No.
fucking rope. I don't trust him
Not
to
quite
catch
sure.
the knife.
I'll let you know when I figure something out.
Okay, fuck. What's selectable?
Not much.
I've got nothing to ask him.
I've got nothing to ask him.
Lola, how good are you at throwing knives in a fashion that will not get them lost and you'll be mad at me?
Sorry to interrupt, but
What is it?
that man at the derrick still needs help.
And what do you want me to do about it?
I'm not sure what you
Damn
can do, actually.
Thought as much.
Shit.
Okay, I suppose somebody else could... Like, Dan, you could give the rope to Jake.
Yeah, that's
Damn it.
true.
Let him go and you do it okay.
Are you alright?
Yeah, but my arms are getting tired.
Shit, okay. That's not a good idea to let him go.
Yeah.
And Jake can't help?
He sure isn't helping.
Maybe you put down a save.
Bad ideas.
Bad ideas all around.
Okay.
We got a knife and we got letters.
Yeah.
We can make a paper mache. No, that's...
Should we try throwing the
Try
knife at the
throwing it.
rope?
Try throwing it.
I've got this knife.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna cut you down. Brace yourself.
Oh, it is so much
I wish you'd
worse!
shared your intentions with us, Harley. We might have helped.
Jake knows lots of knife throwing tricks.
Too late now. Sorry, fella.
Dude, you wish you asked us. We tried! You bitch-ass motherfucker!
Okay, fine. Jake, you know knife throwing
I got
tricks.
this knife from Lola.
Perfect. I can throw it and cut our friend down.
You good with
Throw
knives,
it and
then?
cut our
Oh,
friend down
sure.
then.
Even used to do some knife and axe throwing in my show. but audiences prefer the gunplay.
Okay, I will say, like, little critique. I do wish that talking to people would give you more dialogue. That, like, oh yeah, give Jake the knife.
Time to reprise your knife-throwing act. Wow us.
Unless that ends up just being a mechanic.
Yeah.
Because we are in the early game. If that's just a mechanic, you have to show people in order for them to get exclusive. Oh!
You got him! Let's pull him up quick.
Oh, thank gosh.
Whew, that were a close one. You've saved Cormac. Many thanks.
It was nothing.
Are you alright? We have a healer with us if you need
Oh, he
doctor.
saved Cormac.
No need to trouble yourself. Cormac's feeling all right.
Hey Jake, where's that knife? Lola's gonna kill me.
How come you're doing this clearly dangerous work on your own?
It's not so bad. Cormac's used to this sort of thing. Cormac used to be a sewer worker in New Britannia, you see. It's all the same, really. Digging around in muck, tending to machinery. But Cormac's got more friends these days. Mud's much nicer to be covered in than sewage.
Before we go, anything else you're in need of?
Well, you said you was passing through. Whereabouts are you headed?
El Presidio.
In that case, you'd be doing Cormac a great favor if you took this letter to someone at Vespuccia Petrol. Their office is in El Presidio.
Vespuccia Petrol, you say?
Aye, they's Cormac's employer. Been wanting a progress report on this rig.
Sure, we'll take the letter.
Appreciates it.
Alright, we'll be going now. Promise you'll take more care.
Aye, Cormac will do his best. Farewell, and thanks again for helping old Cormac.
Do you think there's a reason Cormac speaks in third person?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go! Little dots.
I'm gonna assume we gave Lola back her knife.
I really hope
and everything's fine.
Everything's fine, and she's not mad at us.
Therefore, heretofore unsuspected adeptness of throwing knives. Okay.
Now we can talk to Jake and Danny.
Yeah. But
on the road again.
Should we talk to Jake and Danny, or should we stop here? I'm not actually sure how long we spent on that map.
Oh gosh. Let's talk to Jake and Danny and then stop.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah, Harley?
Did your travels ever take you to El Presidio?
A few times. Can't say I much care for it. But that city's for you. Too crowded, too impersonal. I'll take the wide open countryside any day.
Okay, everyone get comfy. Jake's gonna tell us a story.
Looks like we have some time on our hands. How about a story?
Sure, why not? It was 1842, and I'd been hired by the sheriff of Bleachbone Gulch to track down some cattle rustlers. It was a long and winding trail, but by following the signs, I finally tracked down the stolen herd and the rustlers' camp. So I went back to town and gathered up a posse, 4 able-bodied men plus myself. That night, we went back under the cover of darkness. We had the elements of surprise, but we were outnumbered 3-1. Before I knew it, the shooting had started. It was a long and bloody gunfight. In the end, yours truly was the last man left standing. I drove that whole herd on by my lonesome. They were all back home by dawn, with not a head missing. Lost some good fellers that night. But that was the end of cattle rustling in Bleachbone Gulch.
Hell of a story.
Now there's plenty more where that came from.
I appreciate the chat.
Anytime, Harley.
Don't know how much of that is true, but
50% maybe.
Hey, Danny, let's talk.
Sure. Actually, I was wondering about something. Where'd you learn how to fight?
Used to do it for money was necessary skill where I grew up.
Which one to say? Because obviously you did.
Yeah.
Harley did do brawls, and obviously grew up on the streets and stuff.
For a while, it was how I put food on the table.
No kidding. You were a brawler?
I was. Used to call me Spitfire Harley.
Wow. Were you any good?
I took my licks, but usually held my own. In that world, being good is mostly about how much punishment you can take and keep coming back. Same as anywhere, really. So have you been to El Presidio before?
Yeah, I was born there.
No kidding.
Wow.
Didn't you say your family lived near El Presidio?
In the area, yeah. They moved out to the city proper a few years back. I left when I was 16. Haven't been back in ages.
Wow.
Well.
When the Otham had us locked up, you said something about having been in a similar predicament. I have to say, I've been curious.
Oh, right. Well, it's not that exciting. Nothing like one of Jake's stories.
Let me be the
Definitely
judge.
true.
So it's probably true.
I used to run with some folks who, well, we got into some trouble. The guy in charge he thought it might be fun to try sticking up a post office. That didn't go so well. We wound up in jail for a few days. We didn't escape or anything, just did our time and were let go.
I see.
Told you it was a boring story.
Not at all. I appreciate you telling me.
Yeah, I mean, I had a feeling the way that he kind of referenced like some people that he knew, and that's where he learned how to shoot. Like, okay, so you ran with like a gang or like some kind of petty criminals, you know?
I can see that.
This is the Wild West.
It's the Wild West, yeah.
So who were these people you ran with before?
They, do we have to talk about this right now?
No, if you're not comfortable, we can...
No, we don't. Sorry if I hit a sore spot.
That's okay. Maybe some other time.
Yeah, Dan.
We're slowing down again.
Oh. Good. I could use
I think every time, like, we talk to two people, there'll be a second event.
Outside.
Sure.
Or maybe if we do two things,
low.
same thing.
Time to set up.
If we do one thing.
Harley and I'll be back shortly. Just gonna take a walk over to that spring. Danny and the others can aid in the preparations.
You better not be skipping out every time there's work to be done, you hear?
Shall we?
Lead on.
What are we doing, Jake?
We're gonna have a word next to this spring. Jake, I do need to save the game.
Look at that spring.
Maybe we should have stopped
I ain't
before.
seen water that clear since that time I went swimming with the Prime Minister's rambunctious niece.
So, you wanted to talk to me about
Jake,
something?
please. Focus.
I did. I can tell you've got a cogitating mind. Always assessing the situation, finding the risks and opportunities. Now that we've got a real posse assembled, I'm keen to hear your thoughts on our little venture. Everything seem hunky-dory so far, in your estimation?
I mean, I haven't seen any problems. I mean, Jake's probably the biggest liability. Got a pretty good crew, I think.
A good crew.
Yes, I think so. It's an odd bunch, all right, but all capable in their own way. If a treasure's out there to be found, I think this gang can do it.
Delighted to hear it. You let me know if that changes, all right?
You got it.
Right, well, we should be heading back. Else Miss Johnson will...
Oh, hey there.
Hello.
Howdy, friend.
Welcome, welcome. Name's Aubrey Trout, but you're not here about me. I reckon you're here for the spring water.
Something special about it?
Something special about it? This here's an etheric spring. Best kept secret in the great western desert.
Etheric spring?
Sure. Y'all know about ethericity, don't you?
We're familiar.
Well, this water's got the same properties due to a
does it
confluence
now?
of etherically sensitive minerals deep in the earth, you see. This here's a hotbed. Taking a drink will cure whatever ails you and grant you the strength of 10 men.
No kidding.
If that's true, how come no one else is here?
If what you say is true, people would be lined up from here back to Rosewater. So where is everyone?
I told you, it's a secret. Oh, for now. Once word gets out, I'll be up to my eyes in folks wanting a sip of the stuff. I can see by your face you're not convinced. Maybe
Harley is
this
not
will
easily
change your
convinced.
mind.
Yeah.
Observe.
Jumping Jehoshaphat.
Daily
That
sips
could have
of
been
this
tin,
water
though.
have
Yeah,
conferred
that's
upon
definitely
me
tin.
a practically superhuman strength. Now, tell me, how old do you think I am?
I imagine a spry young feller like yourself can't be more than 25?
What if I told you I was 52?
Jake. Gentleman Jake Ackerman, you cannot be believing this bullshit.
Enough beating around the bush. What's your game? You trying to get us to pay you for this water? Or go in on some fool business venture to sell the stuff?
Man, I am wounded. Haven't tasted bliss. I just want to share it with my fellow man. Or is the spirit of generosity dead and buried? Okay, look, I'll take a drink now. Watch me. There, you see? Tastes like springtime and sunlight. Now, if the water was no good, would I have done that?
I mean, we never said the water was bad.
Friends.
We just said it wasn't
Share the
magic.
wealth. Take a sip.
If it does even half of what you say.
I don't trust
Not so
this.
fast. Something is off. I'm sure you won't mind if I have a look around, Mr. Trout.
Be my guest.
Okay.
We could save here at the magic water. Do you think he's got like some sort of like bandit nearby or something? Like, why would he want us to drink it? Totally magic water.
Maybe he's gonna try like pick our pockets or
Oh,
something.
that could be it. While we're bent over, he reaches in and picks our pocket. That could be
Yeah.
it. That could be the scam here. Because, like, he doesn't seem like he's trying to sell it, so it can't be that in particular, right?
Yeah.
Well, at least he hasn't pitched to sell it yet.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, generosity. It's a scam. It's obviously a scam.
Well, we will get back to the totally magic water next time.
Totally magic water. Look, it's got an eyeball in it,
Yeah,
so it's totally magic.
It's totally magic. Look at it.
Ignore that's our mouse cursor.
No, you can't tell it's a mouse cursor. It's just a magic floating eyeball.
Yeah.
It moves about, you know? We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.